Sometimes you just want to watch the world burn. Presenting Burn OTK Warrior. Now, the idea behind this deck is inspired by the fact that Tunneling Geomancer essentially acts as a 0-mana spell damaging minion. Meaning, because Warrior weirdly has a lot of direct damaging spells, you can OTK your opponent in a combination of using Geomancer and Time-Twisted Seer, plus all of these direct damaging spells. So the hope for the deck is you control the board state long enough so you can slam down all of these spells to OTK your opponent in a single turn. Now, for the loading guide of the list, you are going to be looking for a combination of Shell Needle plus any armor gaining card if you're going against aggro. Outside of that, you're going to be looking for draw power cards, cards that generate you additional cards, or early game removal tools such as Torch. But with that all being said, let's look at some game. Okay, time for a game against Priest. Let's see what they got in store for us. I'm assuming this is probably going to be just Control Priest. I know there's quite a few different variations of Control Priest, but that tends to be the one that floats around. I don't like calling it Quest Priest because technically speaking, you're not trying to complete the quest, you're just trying to control the board state. And the best way to do that is through Medivh's Triumph, and you need a legendary. The cool thing about this deck in particular, though, is we don't actually use any legendaries. Everything in this deck is, I think, a rare or lower, besides Geomancer, which is free from the current event going on right now. Or was that the last event? I don't remember which. Okay, let's grab Frost Strike. Point into Priestess. Okay. Now, this is going to be a matchup where we want to make sure we can OTK them in a single turn, which there's no such thing as OTK in 2 turns, but we can't really afford to chip away at their HP because they're probably going to heal up to full, and that means we probably just can't send off some direct damaging spells here and there all willy-nilly.
Stop right there.
Geddon is really funny because it is a lot of mana cheat. I thought about actually running Geddon briefly, but
time heals all wounds.
Stop right there.
Finley's also kind of funny, truth be told.
The weave cannot change.
Slam down Finley. See what we can get here. That's fun. Draw another card. That's pretty good. Get rid of that. Get another axe for later.
Let the scales fall from the eye.
Let's go face. Sit back.
Be still and be cleansed.
Might as well get more damage. I know more damage at a lower mana cost. I know going for... Oh. I can't. Oh, never mind. I can't count. I was like, I'm going to accidentally burn a card. We can grab Living Roots. That, go face.
Heals all wounds.
I mean, yeah, Seer is a really good card to get here. I'm just going to wait another turn because I think it would be funny to do it like that. Try to get as much spell damage as humanly possible. It's not like our opponent is going to be able to nuke us into oblivion either, so...
Let the light grace this sanctuary.
I will take a 0-cost tunneler here. Alright. Let's see if we can see into the future. Because I think this priest is about to be donezo. It would be great if we could have played it down. But, you know, let's have a bash anyways and finish them off. Let's get rid of all this. Actually, we probably could keep this. Because we will have ways to gain a little bit of armor. So. Don't know if I want to reduce that by 1. Or 2, technically. I know we could have also did on another leyline list, but I've already covered leyline twice since the Classic came out, and we haven't done anything with Warriors, so I wanted to do that. That's honestly the truth of like why we're doing this compared to something else. Need to check something. Let's get into here. I don't really like having to run Shellnado because it does feel like a really bad AoE for a deck like this, but it is what it is. Oh, also the Warrior cards revealed today looked really nice. For both control and like some more meme style lists too. If only you had a consistent way to get Berserker to 5 HP, that would make for an interesting little play. You can draw another card. We were kind of hoping to get Torch. I probably should have kept Torch in the opener, truth be told.
Death itself draws near.
I'll handle this.
Okay, well. I can draw 2. That's actually pretty nice. This will get rid of everything, leaving us up with what? 2 armor? 3 armor. If I had a way to silence that. Actually, maybe we will. Wait a second. Hold. You need exactly... First chains. Hold. Wait, it has to be an enemy. No, it doesn't have to be an enemy minion. We go face. Hold. We gobble this up. We use Torch. Give me that win, very. And then, yeah, we'll keep it. Nice! That deck actually felt really nice when I was playtesting it.
I'll handle this.
That was, like, win-wise, that's one of the decks more recently that has felt better. I just wish I had a way to easily make a short out of it, which is why we put out a different type of short. Or, like, an old backup short instead. today. I'm just going to go face and try to do as much damage to face as humanly possible. Because we have, what, in hand? 5, 10, 15. So we're missing 2 damage. If I had an easy way to trigger that. This does clear the board. Because we're 1 damage off, right? The second axe wouldn't be bad. Recursory strike. Oh, I also wasn't paying attention to how much mana we need for what we need to do. We need... my favorite class to play around with, that is hard. I really do like Priest a lot. Hence why I tend to do a lot of Priest decks. But it's easier for me to say what classes are my least favorite to play, which are usually Paladin, Demon Hunter, and Hunter. Because I like most classes, right? I'm not a big aggro fan. So anything that's like aggro based, I'm not a big fan of. Big wombo combos or like weird goofy ideas that Blizzard puts out. That's why Priest is probably up there for me. Is because of like how many weird and wacky shit that Blizzard puts in the class because they don't want to give it too strong of control tools. So I usually have a lot of fun with Priest in the long run. DK is also up there. I really do like DK a lot. I guess I could have just timed out that and wasted their time a little bit more, but we'll keep these 2. Well, we've got a lot of, like, really good footage this stream. Against some matchups that I wasn't expecting to get it. Like, weirdly, we have not... Wait, actually, hang on. We've only lost 1 game versus Hunter, and we've won 3. So...
Come closer, critters.
I also find it interesting that we have, I think in the reveals, we have 3 areas left for neutral cards, but we only have 2 neutral cards left. Quest Mage is another one that it's approaching I'm kind of getting sick of it.
How to decide?
Face Hunter also fits into that category, but, you know, any type of aggro paladin in general, I'm just sick of. I will take end of turn paladin 10 out of 10 times over that stupid deck at this point. Yeah. That's what I was thinking exact. The funniest thing is Torith as a card before Flight Maneuvers came out was not even a problem. Torith was fine. It just happens they printed a card that made Torith feel annoying as shit to deal with. I just need this to hit there once. I guess I don't technically need to. I need an axe. Axe would actually just probably win me the game, right? I do wish I hadn't done... I wish I could just had drawn the cards. Okay, they're getting 8 costs. What are 8s? Well, the good news is we can still get rid of this. I did ask for the axe. I did not need 2 of them, though. Oh, okay. You know what's the even funnier part about Eternal Hold? I get the complaints of it, but it was like... Maybe it's because I only was facing Hunter and not really that many Demon Hunters. I was still kind of okay with it. It felt like the one card that I was like least frustrated to play against consistently.
Come closer, critters.
Okay, so in hand we have I mean, yeah, we can keep drawing cards. Volcano, number 2. I think we just win next turn, right? Well, no. Okay, so you don't know how Inquisitor works with freeze, do you? Freeze on a Inquisitor will still allow it to attack. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I'm like, oh, okay, how much damage do we have? I need to do the math. This is plus 5 damage to anything we use. And we have 8 plus 8, which is 16, plus 8, which is 24. So we're missing 1 damage. Shouldn't have done that. I don't know how you would fix it otherwise, but I shouldn't have done what I did. I think this technically keeps me alive if I do it like this. I was trying to thin out the deck so we would have, like, guaranteed ways to, like, win. Because we need to draw into Bash or Suffusion, and then I think we're okay. And even if we can, like, as long as we can take the 9 damage, right? But yeah, Eternal Hold, I don't know. Eternal Hold is one of those cards. Great. Oh, actually, that might make my life easier. That isn't what I needed. That is, though. Oh. You don't know how much I needed that. You don't know how much I needed that. That was such a good generation. The other thing with Eternal Hold that is really funny is it doesn't have to be a demon that you play next that costs 0. It'll be any minion you play next that costs 0, which is what I ended up doing with the Ajaro list that I uploaded.
My readings are off the charts.
You're not that Cobalt! Your fate is twisted with ruin. Your fate is twisted with ruin.
We should have not won this game, by the way. Oh. Now that we're through the games, how much of a bash did I have playing this deck? Well, I ended up having a 45% win rate across the 20 games I played with the deck, which is actually pretty good. This deck had a few games where I did misplay and it cost me the game, which brings up a pretty good point about this deck. It isn't the easiest deck to actually pilot. If you make a mistake here or there, you probably will end up losing a game, making the win rate maybe a little bit lower depending on who you are, or maybe a little bit better if you're a better player than I. Overall, if you're looking for something that is budget friendly, can win quite a few games, then this one isn't that bad for y'all to try out, especially if you're a fan of these big OTK combo lists. But before we end the video, special thanks to our channel members of Daniel Nascimento and Ruben. If you want to help the channel a little bit more, you can always join one of the 3 membership tiers. If you can't afford to do that, there's always leaving a like, commenting, subscribing, turning on notification buttons, using the new hype button, going over to the Twitch channel. They all help out me equally. But until next time, bye-bye.